Have you ever rejected a proposal? I was in the hospital cafeteria, exhausted after a 12-hour shift as a nurse, when my phone exploded with notifications. 23 missed calls from my sister. My blood ran cold. That many calls meant someone was dead or dying. I called back immediately, my hands trembling. She answered on the first ring, sobbing so hard she could barely speak. Please tell me you're not at work, she gasped between sobs. Please tell me you can leave right now. What happened? My voice cracked. Is mom okay? Dad? It's not them, she choked out. It's about Marcus. You're Marcus. I'm so sorry. My boyfriend of 3 years. The man who'd been acting strange lately, claiming he was planning something special for our anniversary. My stomach dropped. Is he hurt? No, she said, and her voice turned bitter. But you're about to be. Before I could respond, she sent a video. My hand covered my mouth as I watched. There was Marcus at the restaurant where we'd had our first date, down on one knee in front of a woman who wasn't me. The woman was crying, nodding yes as the entire restaurant erupted in applause. The timestamp showed 30 minutes ago. I couldn't breathe. I ran to the bathroom and threw up. 3 years. We lived together. We had joint bank account. We'd picked out baby names. How was this possible? I called him, my rage building with each ring. When he answered, I could hear celebration in the background. Hey, babe, he said cheerfully. Perfect timing. I have the most incredible surprise for you. I know about the proposal, I said, deadly calm. Silent. Then, nervous laughter. What? How could you possibly? My sister was at Romano's. She filmed everything. The background noise disappeared. He must have stepped outside. Listen, I can explain. Explain proposing to another woman? It's not what it looks like. He was panicking now. That was my cousin. She's an actress. I hired her to do a practice run because I wanted everything to be perfect when I proposed to you tonight. I've been planning this for months. I laughed bitterly. Your cousin? The blonde one from Texas? Yes, Emily. You met her at Christmas. Emily has red hair, Marcus. Silence. Then, okay, fine. She's not my cousin. She's an actress I hired. I wanted it to look real for the practice. Please, just come to Romano's. Everything is set up for you. The real ring is here. Your family is already here waiting. My sister sent another text. Don't fall for it. I just heard him tell the woman you're his crazy ex who won't leave him alone. I walked out of the hospital without clocking out. 20 minutes later, I stood outside Romano's watching through the window as Marcus paced nervously, a ring box in his hand. My entire family was there. Parent, grandparent, cousin. They all looked confused, checking their phone. I walked in and everyone turned. Marcus's face lit up. There she is. He immediately dropped to one knee as a photographer appeared. Sarah, my love, stand up, I said quietly. He stayed on his knee, ring extended. I know you're upset about the miscommunication, but stand up. The restaurant went silent. Slowly, he stood. I heard what you told her, I said, my voice carrying across the room, that I'm your crazy ex. Tell me, Marcus, do crazy exes have keys to your apartment? Do they pay half your rent? Do they have their names on your car loan because your credit was too bad to qualify a loan? His face went white. My family started murmuring. The woman from earlier, I continued, is still texting you right now. I can see her name on your phone screen from here. Jennifer, the woman you've been seeing for 6 months, your coworker, the one you told you were single. The room erupted. My dad stood up. My mom grabbed his arm. Marcus tried to speak, but I held up my hand. You thought I'd be so overwhelmed by a public proposal that I'd ignore everything else, that I'd say yes just to avoid embarrassment. I looked around the room at my stunned family, then back at him. My answer is no. And just so we're clear, I'm keeping the apartment. Your stuff will be on the curb by midnight. As I walked out, I heard my grandmother say loudly, good riddance. I never liked him anyway. My phone exploded with texts, but the only one that mattered was from Jennifer. Thank you for the warning. He told me you were his sister.